Welcome to my channel. In this series of videos, I am trying to explain some of the important topics in Spark which are frequently asked in interviews. In my last video, I have discussed about caching and persistent in Spark. Today we will be discussing about another important topic, that is partition and repartition and coalesce. Let us begin. First, we need to understand the need to use these functions. Let us see the problem statement. There are two scenarios. The first scenario is when data is skewed, that means it is not distributed uniformly across all the nodes. Let us take one example. Suppose we have three nodes D1, D2, D3 and data partitions P0, P1, P2 stored inside these data nodes. Looking at the data, we can say that it is skewed. Now if we process this data, then executor 1 and executor 3 working on data node 1 and data node 3 will complete their task too early as compared to executor 2. Here executor 1 and executor 3 are doing nothing for 50% of the total execution time. We can say load is not balanced on executors equally. If the file size is huge and it is highly skewed, then we might face serious performance issues due to skewed data. Now let's come to the second scenario. If there are too many partitions, then when we write the data into HDFS, so many folders will be created to store the data, which will be an overhead for the name node, as more space will be consumed to store the metadata information for each folder and the files inside the folders. Now the solution, the solution to the first problem is repartition and the solution to the second problem is coalesce. So in repartition, it is nothing but redistribution of data across all the data node uniformly. It is a full shuffle operation where whole data is taken out from existing partitions and equally distributed into newly formed partitions. It can be used to either increase or decrease the number of partitions in the data frame. Repartitioning process will take more time, but computation on data after repartitioning will be very fast. It will ensure that load is balanced on executors equally. Now coalesce. In coalesce, merging of some of the partitions, existing partitions takes place. Full shuffling of data won't take place here. It can be used only to decrease the number of partitions in the data frame. We cannot increase the number of partitions using coalesce. Coalesce process will take less time, but computation on data after coalesce will be time consuming. Once all the transformations are applied, it will help us to save all the data files into fewer files instead of many files. Now take one example here. We are reading a file which is stored in 6 partitions. Now when we are trying to repartition the file into 10 partitions using both repartition and coalesce, then we can see in case of repartition 10 equal size partitions are created, but in case of coalesce the number of partitions remain the same. Only 6 partitions are there, because we cannot increase the number of partitions using coalesce. So coalesce will be useful in a scenario if we want to send our final report to the clients or to the users. Then we can use coalesce 1 so that all the data will be written into one single file. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.